seats from over there. They're all over here.
I know, it's weird.
Okay, they're ready.
Oh, no.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. 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 Oh,
I used to think that I had to. I used to think that I should. The scriptures told me that I had to be good. Now I love because I want to. I love because I am free. Blinded by the Spirit. Oh Lord.
the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me.
It's on me, Lord.
Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me.
Every day.
Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me.
I don't need any prodding. I don't need any law. Wanna sing with all my heart. Love is the all in all. Let go of my burden. Loving Spirit made me free. Blinded by Spirit. Oh Lord.
The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me.
It's on me now.
Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me.
Every day.
Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me.
Oh, I thought it was my duty. I thought it was my job. Somewhere I believed that loving God would be hard. But loving God is wonderful. Loving God is ecstasy. Thank God for my freedom. Let me tell you, the
Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me.
It's on me, Lord.
Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me.
All right. Everybody ready? Everybody make a joyful noise. Everybody make a joyful noise. Clap your hands and lift your voice. You know how to make a joyful noise. Everybody make a joyful noise. Everybody lift your voice in song. Everybody lift your voice in song. Come on, lift your voice in song. You can do it, sing along. Everybody lift your voice in song. Everybody clap on 2 and 4. Everybody clap on 2 and 4. That's good. You get down and give it more. Everybody give it more. Everybody clap on 2 and 4. Living big for God is the way to go. Living big for God is the way to go. Living big's the way
morning, Ahava Center for Spiritual Living. Let's give it up for our band one more time. We have our music director, Joe Chinquina, on bass and vocals today. Lauren Dechtenberg on keyboard, vocals, and doing our reading. John Dittert on percussion. Our featured vocalist today is the always fabulous Kim D'Amato. And in the back, making us all sound good, is Mr. Jeff Watts. Ahava is the Hebrew word for love. And we gather today and every Sunday, knowing that love is, say it with me, always the answer. I am Lisa Woods. I use she, her pronouns, and it's my absolute privilege to welcome you here today. So who are we? We are a conscious community, committed to curiosity so that we may provide a loving space to be reminded of the truth of who we are. We are an open and affirming community, so whoever you are and wherever you are on your spiritual path of discovery, please know that you are absolutely welcome here. If you are joining us online via the live stream, please say hello in the chat, let us know where you're tuning in from, and make sure to hit that like, share, subscribe button for us. We also encourage you, if you're in the room, to take out your phone, make sure it's on silent, and then please share whatever's going on. Take a clip, post. We welcome all of that interaction. We want to share what's happening here with our larger and virtual community. If you are a first-time guest joining us for the very first time, we especially want you to know that you are welcome and that your presence here makes a difference. So if you don't mind, give us a wave or stand. One of our amazing, we have a couple of fabulous new faces here. Awesome. If you want to keep your hand up, one of our core council members will drop off a little gift bag for you. So amazing. And if you are online for the first time, please let us know in the chat so that we can virtually welcome you as well. When you arrived, you should have received a connection card, but if you didn't get one, our core council will make sure that you have one. And today is also Potluck Sunday, so last Sunday of the month, we have a potluck. It's going to be a great time. Please make sure you stick around and hang out with us so that we can all get to know you better. We also want to take a moment to acknowledge all of the people, speaking of the potluck, the many people who share of their time and their talent and their treasure to make everything that happens here today possible. So if you're a volunteer, please give yourselves a pat on the back, give them a round of applause. It takes a village, so we are very grateful for everyone. And now, knowing that we are indeed all one, I invite you to take a moment, perhaps placing your hands over your heart, and turn to someone next to you and say, "Thank you for being a reflection of me." Look at all these beautiful reflections. Amazing. All right. And we also have a fabulous vision and purpose here, so we're still sharing the reflection. I love it. There's a lot of beauty, a lot of reflection. We're in it. I know. There's so many of us here today. It's fabulous. So let's repeat our vision and our purpose. So I'll say it once. Repeat after me. Here we go. We are an inclusive community. We are an inclusive community. Committed to global transformation. Committed to global transformation. Through personal evolution. Yes, that was awesome. And now our purpose, we can do this together. Wake up, step up, and make a difference. And last but not least, our today's affirmation. I'll say it once, and then we can affirm it together. I know the universe is abundant, and there is enough for all. I know the universe is abundant, and there is enough for all. Awesome. And now I want to welcome up our spiritual director, Reverend Rainbow.
Yay, good morning. So I'm excited to move into this New Member Sunday sacred ritual part of our service. Before we do that, I just want to not acknowledge something that I was reflecting on. So it's about 4.5 years ago, I first came on staff here as the assistant minister, and the first core council retreat, core council is like our board of directors, that I participated in that year was led by Dr. Petra Weldon, and she is the spiritual director out of CSL Dallas. She then became my mentor for the next few years as I moved through the ordination process. But I had a memory this morning of at that first visioning and planning, we planted the seeds for moving from a more pastoral center, more minister-centric to program-centered community. And I was seeing and thinking about how this week was such a demonstration of that. So I just wanted to say and acknowledge all that has occurred this week, because I remembered something she said. At CSL Dallas, they do not just track their attendance on Sunday, they track their attendance based on how many folks come in their doors throughout the week for various programs. So this week, we had a Sunday morning service, 40-ish people last Sunday. On Tuesday night, we had our Way of Mastery group, our book study led by Nancy and Ron. We had our Ahava 101 for our new and newish folks to learn about us. We had our Thread and Bone play. Give it up for Lisa Woods. Woo! So incredible. And last night, our Youth and Family Trunk or Treat, hosted by the Imperial Court and family-friendly Halloween drag show. So with all of those events, we had 176 people through our doors this week for community activities, bringing in, and bringing in thousands of dollars throughout the week, not just on Sunday. And so I'm noticing how the seeds are words, right? They are powerful and they are blooming, and we can miss it if we don't stop to reflect and notice how the fruits, the seeds, the sow, reap what you sow, the fruits of our labor, whatever, you know what I mean. So not only here in our community, but in your own life to take stock. So with that being said, we are now going to move into an opportunity of welcoming our new members. We had 18 folks that participated in Ahava 101. Of those, about 10 or so are saying yes to membership at this time, and others, it was sometimes their first entry into this community, so it makes sense that they want to stick around and get to know us a little bit first before saying yes. But when I call your name, if you will please come and stand up, you're just going to make a nice little row right up here. And then I'm going to invite Ron, as our core council president, to read our membership agreements to what these folks are saying yes to today. So may we please welcome up Jennifer Epperly, Kyle May, Lisa Woods, Leonard Clark, Melissa Condor, Ola Yemi, Crystal and August Ogumbashe. Yes. He spelled it out for me. He gave me the phonetics, so thank you for that. And Tatiana, is she in the room, or is she with? Yeah, Tatiana. Oh, she's gonna want to come up. She's in the costume. Please, what is your character name today? What is that from? She's like, yes, give her an extra. Tatiana, you love it. All right. And Ron, if you'll please come on up and read our membership agreements, and then we're going to move into the song from there. Here's come right up here on the microphone. We want to hear you.
Good morning, everybody.
You got to put this right on your mouth for them to hear you.
All right. Thank you all for coming. And it's a very happy time for me. And for Ahava, I love to welcome new members. I love to get to know new members and accept new members. I was talking to a new member today, and he said that in talking with friends, they noticed a change in him. And I think that's wonderful, a positive change. And I can remember the change that with me when I first started with Ahava. And it changes your life. It changes the way you look at things, the way you accept people, and the way you think about yourself. So what I'd like to do right now is go over the members. Our members will be making a personal commitment to Ahava, and I'll read a list of what they'll be committing to, and hopefully joyfully. Hopefully joyfully. Right. All right. It starts out, I, new member, that's you guys, do freely choose membership to Ahava Center for Spiritual Living. As a member of Ahava CSL, I am making a personal commitment to, 1, experience and express the grandest divine idea of myself and of others. 2, to participate in Ahava CSL's activities with a high level of ownership. 3, to spend time in prayer and meditation for the highest good of myself and Ahava CSL. 4, to practice the universal principles taught at Ahava by applying them in my life to the best of my ability to do so. 5, to turn first to affirmative prayer treatment and meditation. Secondly, to a practitioner or other spiritual support person. And thirdly, to speak with clarity and honesty only to the people involved for the resolution of any issues and challenges I might face. 6, to share my presence and my perspective as we create this community together. 7, to support Ahava with time, treasure, and talent in a consistent, committed, and identifiable way. 8, to attend community meetings and vote on all pertinent matters brought before the community by the core council. And thank you, everyone. Thank you, new members. We welcome you.
And we have a special song that I invite you as the community to sing as a welcome to our new members. And if you want to go with me, go.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. You are my family. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. You are my family.
And to those online,
You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
and now I invite all current members that want to rededicate to this community today to please stand. And let us continue to sing.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. You are my family. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. You are my family. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
And let us welcome our new members. Woo! You can sit now. Yes. Taking that deep breath. And now I invite up our practitioner, Louise Talon, to speak our opening prayer.
So just take a moment to anchor in to that delicious sense of oneness, knowing that there is only one power, one presence, one life, one universal cosmic isness that is in, through, and as all things. All that is seen, all that is unseen. And in this moment, I know it as love, as joy, as creativity, as abundance, as flow, knowing that whatever is the truth of the one is the truth of me, is the truth of each beloved here. And knowing that, I bless this day. I bless the words of our minister, knowing that she speaks as a conduit of the one. I bless the sounds of our musicians, knowing that their instruments and voices are simply the divine expressing. I bless the hands and hearts of all those who have come together to create this service and make it possible, knowing that we simply come here as love, to give and receive love. And knowing that, I allow it to be by saying, and so it is.
Today's reading is from the Prosperous Life Journal by Chris Michaels and Edward Fulyoun, and it's an entry entitled, I Have Value. The key to creating a prosperous life is knowing your worth. Understanding your value creates a receptive state of mind that draws to itself compensation. Those who devalue their ideas, contributions, or gifts are not in touch with their true inner worth and ultimately frustrate their own abundance. You are not valuable because of what you've done or how much stuff you own. You are not valuable because of your education or station in life. You are valuable because you have an inner genius, spirit, that has specialized itself in the unique person you are. Your value comes from God in you. Be kind to yourself as you go through changes. Be patient as you learn new things. You don't have to do everything right the first time. You are growing in your awareness of the value you possess, so give yourself a break. Don't say harsh things to yourself and make quick judgments. Never diminish your contribution. Never deface God's perfect creation.
I am worthy and free. I have all that I need. I'm grateful for me. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful to be. I'm grateful to do. I am open to flow. I align with my good. These are gifts in my life, and I'm grateful for all of what is and what can become. I'm grateful for all. I know I'm one with the one. I know there's no limitation that's bigger than love. I know this is my truth. My truth is love, sweet love. My good is my own inheritance. I know that what I seek, it seeks me. Yes, it seeks me. I'm grateful for me. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful to be. I'm grateful to do. I am open to flow. I align with my good. These are gifts in my life, and I'm grateful for all of what is and what is to come. I'm grateful for all. I know I'm one with the one. Take it, Lord. When things go wrong and get the best of me, I forget the rest of me. When I feel small, I forget to breathe. Need to remind myself that I am worthy and free. I have all that I need. Oh, thank you for all that can be. I am worthy and free.
Yes, I am grateful for that original song and the talent that we have in this room. Thank you again, Kim. Practitioner Kim, right? So music is truly her ministry as well. So thank you for that. So we are wrapping up this month's series, Bountiful Living. Yes, I'm just going to put this right here. I got it. And today's topic, decolonizing wealth, enough for all. So some of you may be saying, what does that mean? So first we have to talk about what is colonization. So stay with me. We're going somewhere this morning. Colonization is this idea, this practice of occupying land by force and then also forcing those indigenous folks to assimilate to the new culture. And this culture takes over the mind, the body, the spirit of the colonized people. It is motivated by a scarcity mindset and often driven by, I would call a very false perception that this taking over of culture is somehow God ordained. It is be clear. It is a divide and conquer, command and control and exploit mindset. And it's rampant in our world and our culture. In fact, as a human race, we have never experienced a time in our world where colonization isn't happening or currently happening. And it's often fueled by unconscious capitalism. So to decolonize, the literal definition would mean the returning of land and resources. And what I want to talk about today is more of a healing in the mindset, a healing of the trauma within all of us, because whether we come from the culture that is the one oppressing or the oppressed, there is an effect, a trauma that lives within all of us as a result of this practice. And I want to look at decolonizing wealth from this context of healing and transforming the relationship with money and wealth and our financial systems that fuel this scarcity mindset, that fuel this idea of colonization. And what we know as a spiritual truth is that the universe is infinite, and the very nature of the universe is pure abundance. So how can we truly internalize this? And, y'all, this is a deep thing, right? I'm going to highlight some things because it's way more complex than a 25 minute talk here. But I just want to, open our minds to start to be the ones in this room to say yes to decolonizing our own consciousness in all areas of our life. So if you're looking for more resources on this, I do want to highlight the website, and you can put it in the chat, decolonizingwealth.com. So, First Nations people, indigenous people, they look at the land as a means of wealth, or not as a means of wealth, but as our mother, right? Something to respect, something to take responsibility for and to protect, as opposed to a resource to exploit. And we can learn a lot from these practices on educating ourselves on the value of the wholeness of the ecosystem, how we can begin to treat the land not as a means for profit, but as a means for growth and learning. And as an example, nature is an example of pure abundance. And taking good stewardship of the land, volunteering our time, picking up trash, planting seeds, donating money to organizations that do this work. Educate and promote land stewardship in our daily lives. One of the ways that we are doing that here is through our garden, beginning to shift to native plants and creating a pollinating pollinator garden as our memory garden to bring in the bees and the butterflies and all those things, being a good steward of our land. And I just want to take this moment now, inspiration, to say thank you to KP Gale's Garden Club. They have given us a small grant to continue this process and begin to add more native plants and beautify the front of our building as well as the side. So thank you for that, and thank you, Colleen, for submitting for that grant. Yes, so folks are seeing what we're doing here, right? So how do we begin to shift then from this kind of Western colonized perspective of a wealth driven by lack and scarcity to a more natural worldview that is in alignment with the natural laws of the universe? So we can look at what these laws are. What are these universal laws, spiritual principles, natural laws of the universe? And then decide to be more conscious in our alignment with those laws in order to allow the abundance of the universe to flow freely for all. Because the truth is, we live in an abundant universe that provides everything it needs to sustain itself. Nature, abundant nature, it's the natural state of things. And therefore, it must be true for us because we too are nature. And we are always at choice. We have free will as humans to make choices and to acknowledge and take responsibility that our choices make an impact on not only our own lives, but our community and our planet and our world and everyone around us, everything around us. Our thoughts, our words, our actions create this ripple effect that make an impact on the collective. And unfortunately, we see a lot of evidence of how humans tend to lean towards greed based on the lie of scarcity and fear that there's not enough for all, and therefore I have to get mine, I have to hoard, right? And to hang on to and accumulate massive amounts of resources because it might not be enough someday. So we want to shift and be conscious to know when we know that there is enough for all, we can open our hearts to share and to trust in this flow of abundance. And it kind of takes all of us working on with the same agreements, right? And unfortunately, we live in a world with systems that do not play by those same rules, but it doesn't mean we cannot begin to shift and begin to question those and take a stand for what we know to be true. Each of us has our own worldview, right? Our primary set of beliefs about the universe, about life, about who we are and our place in the world, why life is the way it is. And every aspect of our life then reflects that belief. And so our relationship with money, with finances, also is on the spectrum of belief, ranging from scarcity to that of the divine reality of wholeness and abundance and sufficiency. And we can move along the spectrum many times, even throughout a day, right? Something comes up and we're like, oh, that's... But when we begin to notice, we can catch ourselves when we are feeling the constriction, feeling the fear, what it feels like in our body. When we are caught in the lie of scarcity and separation and not enoughness, we can pay attention. So sometimes you can just pretend and then shift your energy, right? Fake it till you make it. It is the theater. So we can notice and pay attention. That's always the first step. I say this so many times. The first step in any kind of healing or transformation is first to see what is, to pay attention, to not sleepwalk through our day, and to be aware, so self-aware of even those subtle places, the constriction, the tightening of the belly, in the heart, whatever it may be, when this scarcity mindset comes up. Maybe it's a thought. Notice it, pay attention, and then begin to question it, to challenge it, and to begin to move out of scarcity. Nobody wants to live in scarcity. Where are you living? Do you need a new zip code? So when you live in scarcity, you're in the constant state of anxiety, fear that there's not enough. And from this perspective, it leads us to withhold and to hoard and to constrict not only our money, but our energy, our time, our talents, our creativity, our love. So living in scarcity, in the mindset of scarcity, does not equal the amount of money in your savings account. Someone can have massive amount of money and have the mindset of scarcity and still move through the world from fear. And someone can have $0 in their savings, but move through the world from the mindset of sufficiency, and every step of the way, every moment, their needs are still provided. Money is just one of the tools. It's the current system that our society has said yes to right now, but it's energy in its flow, and we can allow ourselves not to get caught in the trap of believing that money is our source or that money itself is the thing. And for me at least, it's so much easier now that we rarely see paper money, because moving money, it's invisible because it's not even real. We press a button and we do things and it moves around as numbers in some cloud, right? How could that invisible transaction equate your worth, So the belief in scarcity, that there are limited resources and not enough for everyone, is the root of so much conflict in our world, in our lives. It causes tension. It causes everything from divorce to war. And the truth is, living in scarcity is a false reality. It's a lie that we've collectively bought into as a society. So it's time that we break free from this false reality by taking our power back and affirming the truth of the infinite nature of the universe. And holding this such that the evolution of consciousness can rise so that our world at large can reflect that truth. Right now, we are seeing the reflection of the collective consciousness at play. We see the world, the structures of the world that are an outpicturing of the mass, the majority of humans and the whole world. And right now, it's very much that of scarcity and lack and greed and not enough. But it's simply not true. And we are the ones in the room that can rise above to create that tipping point. So we work in consciousness, in our beliefs, in our ideas, in our mindset, in our own lives, and we listen for what is ours to do in the world of form to create those shifts in the outpicturing of the world. But it starts here first, here. Karen Russo is a wonderful Center for Spiritual Living colleague of mine, and she wrote the book, The Money Keys. We studied that last year. And she said, when you act from scarcity, you serve the idea of lack. You organize your decisions and choices in a way to maximize your good while someone else goes without. Someone who is fearful may be able to generate money, but no amount of money will ever really address the challenge of scarcity. Fear is a faith issue, not a financial one. So our work is one rooted in faith. How can we transcend the consciousness of lack and limitation and not enoughness through our own faith and belief in the universe that is pure abundance and that is always here for us, working through us to create the world that works for all. We must serve the reality of wholeness and oneness, not a false reality of lack. and me and mine mentality. So the universal principle of the law of unity states that all life is connected, and we create from this one infinite eternal source. Practicing affirming this truth in the one infinite source that we live, move, and have our being in, this one life energy, the source as the source and substance of all our supply, we can move into the realization that that too includes us and all. As Dr. Ernest Holmes says, I cannot be deprived of my supply. The trees do not lack for leaves, nor do the flowers fail to bloom. Am I not as important as they? That idea sticks with me every time I see the beauty. Fall right now, right? The leaves are so vibrant. The blossoming in spring. Every time I see and I recognize the beauty in nature, I reflect this idea back to myself. Am I not as important as they? And am I somehow getting in my way? Because the flowers do not say, am I worthy? Should I let myself be seen in my fullness? Or does somebody need to tell me it's okay first to bloom, right? This is ours to do, to be, to become, all that we are here to do, to be, and to become, and to express this infinite source of life in all areas of our lives. We live in an infinite universe of pure potentiality. There is more than enough for all, because it's not pie. We don't have to slice it up and make sure everyone gets their part, because it's infinite and it's exponential. The thought that just came to mind, I'll just say it. Sometimes I say things and I'm like, but it's like our the United States budget or whatever. They just make it up. They just make more money. You know, it's like it's infinite. It's like whatever it is. Oh, we'll just make more. Now there's more. I don't know. So it's all just made up, y'all. We're making it up. So we are making up our experience of life right here, right now, in the one. And so we could choose. We get to choose. We are always at choice to break free from those lies that have locked us into, playing within certain games or systems that are structured, man-made, human-made constructs. Let's break free of all of that and allow the infinite source of nature to birth something new that reflects our new state of awareness of the consciousness that we are moving into right now. Hoarding for fear that there will never be enough will only perpetuate fear in this state of scarcity and lack. And when I'm saying hoarding, I'm not saying don't save, right? It's very wise. Like my parents taught me when I was young, and we teach our daughter now, save some, spend some, give some. But there's a difference between saving and accumulating massive amounts of things and money beyond the reasonable ability to ever use them in this lifetime, especially when others are without. So this is where I'm feeling the vibration. I'm seeing it on TikTok, y'all. You can see that this younger generation is paying attention. They're like, why are we doing this? Why? What? This doesn't make sense. And are questioning things that previous generations were told we couldn't even talk about, no less question. And not talking about it only serves those who are in power and have. Talking about it allows something new to be birthed. Where was I? So this is where we are evolving as a collective in order to create this world that works for all, which is the vision of Centers for Spiritual Living, our larger organization. And a few weeks ago, I spoke more about what does this really mean, though? A world that works for everyone? Well, how does it work for this person? How can it work for, does a world that work for everyone include terrorists? And my thought was, things such as oppression and greed cannot coexist within this new vision of a world that works with everyone. So we're not saying a world that works for everyone, including the terrorists. We're saying a world that works for everyone will not even be possible for the terrorist mindset to exist within it. We're moving beyond that. We can't look at what is now and say, well, how do we do that? We have to create a whole new vision for our world and our planet. In our Declaration of Principles, Dr. Ernest Holmes says, we believe the ultimate goal of life to be complete freedom from all discord and every nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all. So this is one of our guiding principles. Freedom for all, for all. So how do we work towards this world and this vision within our hearts, within our own community, within the world? We start by affirming wholeness, knowing that all things are working together for good, and then we get out of our own way and we begin to let the flow of life move through us as creativity, as love, as the pure abundance and joy and freedom and peace that we are here to be. We must wake up and choose each day to no longer reside in scarcity, but to move into the place of oneness and wholeness and enoughness in our own hearts and mind each morning as a conscious choice, understanding the unity of all life and respecting all life as worthy and whole. And as we began this month with, we said, prosperity isn't just about money. We're going to be talking about money, but it's really about experiencing freedom in all areas of our life. So how can we begin to live this truth, knowing our worth, knowing we are whole, knowing we are enough in our relationships, in our career, in our health? We live in a field of infinite potential. And it's impossible to outgive infinite, right? Because it's infinite. So as we share and we get into this flow of reciprocity of giving and receiving, which we talked about 2 weeks ago, that is how we can consciously participate in this practice of reciprocity and getting in right relationship with giving and receiving so that we're not out of balance in one area or the other, but finding that perfect flow for each of us, where things begin to move with ease. And when we feel resistance, when we feel things beginning to constrict and to stifle, we do not let that dictate the reality of our situation. Instead, we turn within and we ask Spirit Life, what is seeking to be known here, right? This is a demonstration of something that is wanting to be shifted and transformed for something new to awaken, a new way of being that will then activate that ease and that flow that we all desire. So we give from a conscious place, knowing that there is enough for all, implementing generosity and sufficiency, caring for ourselves and each other, really as compassion and caring and kindness as a core value, right? Letting that lead the way. And what could that look like practically in this community? Well, I want to thank, again, another community member. She's online today, but Rachel Beal and I have been having conversations around what would it look like to create some sort of like mutual aid way to present an ask, a request, or make an offer, or what we have something to give in this community, because we have so much to give and we all go through moments of needing a certain resource or thing. So how can we come together? And we explored some different apps and different things, and we realized that we kind of went back to square one, and that the easiest way to implement this to start is through our Facebook community group, and there is a chat feature through Messenger. So even if you're not on Facebook, you can do the chat. And if you're not on Facebook, we're going to set up some other ways where you can email in a request or an ask, and we'll be integrating this and implementing this soon, but I just wanted you all to know that that's a seed that has been planted of how we can support each other better in this community. So, and I just want to say we're going to be talking about this in our class later after the potluck, it also takes the vulnerability to be willing to ask when we need support and help, right? I can see we start this and everyone is, I can offer, I can offer, I can offer. And we are community and we love and support each other. So it is safe to let your needs be known so we can support you. So as we wrap up this series on bountiful living, I invite you to notice how perhaps the lie of scarcity is showing up in your life and in the world all around us. To start paying attention, noticing the messages that we see in the world, reflected in especially marketing. Notice it, and then just say in your mind, oh, that's that. And that's not true. Just notice it. Don't let it filter your consciousness. Notice it. Right? And then challenge and reject the narrative of scarcity and lack. And from that place of awareness, use our spiritual practices of meditation, of visioning, of affirmation to shift and to expand our awareness to the truth of the infinite abundant nature of life, to be in that flow of prosperity in all areas of our life, knowing there is enough for all. And we know that there is enough, we will see that there is enough. And we start with the only place that we can, which is within ourselves, to know this truth and then allow this vibration of abundance to ripple out and to make a great impact on this planet, on this world, and in the universe, the cosmos at large, yes? So who's with me? You ready to pack your suitcase? We're moving out of scarcity. All right, let's take this into prayer. Taking a deep breath. Ooh, yes. So grateful to recognize the one life that is the pure abundance of all. This one source energy that is back of all things, living, moving, and having its very being through us. So I know and affirm this day, the abundant nature of the universe is who I am. That I am showing up as an expression of this good. And I am a living demonstration of the flow of life energy, the exponential possibility, infinite nature of life is expressing through me. And I clear the way and let it be. So I know and affirm that this is true for myself, for each and every one of us, for all beings, all sentient beings on this planet, to have what they need and desire. For truly there is enough. And I allow this word to permeate the entire collective field, calling into this field of prayer and abundance all leaders, all world leaders, all financial leaders, all people in positions of leadership and power to awaken now to the truth of abundance and the good and the value and to see the worth of every sentient being as whole, perfect, and holy. And from there, lead the way. Lead the way. So I'm so grateful to speak this word, so grateful for the fulfillment of this prayer as I release it into the action of the law that always says yes. And together we say, and so it is. Yes, it is happening.
Surround us, let our joy be so triumphant.
I invite you to turn to someone and to affirm, I am worthy and prosperity is flowing through me now. Yes. I am worthy. And so it is. Yes, yes, yes. So this month we are also today we're wrapping up our commitment to give, our pledge campaign, where we have asked those of you who support and love and consider this community your spiritual home and want to see it continue to be here for those that have not yet found us, to let us know what you intend to give financially in this coming year so that we, as the board, can plan accordingly. We are working on our budget right now. And to give you an update, so far we have $51,380 pledged from 22 people. And that is, our goal is about $120,000. So we have a leap to go, but I know y'all are waiting for the last minute. So if you have yet to turn in your form, we have some more little packets back there with also in there some affirmations and a prayer for you for your own personal finances. You can get one of those from the core council, and as we pass the baskets around too, and then place it in the basket there. We'll be sending out emails and reaching out this week too to finalize that as we move into this budgeting process. But I now want to turn it back over to Kim to share a little bit about why she gives to this community.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, this community feels like my home, and it has for several years now. I think I wandered in here about 2010 and immediately felt at home. So it's an honor for me to give back and support my community. And what I found out by doing that is that when I tithe from the top of my income, it feels a lot better than tithing from the bottom. So I always do it first when I get it. And it feels really good to be able to support that because I know all the growth that this community has helped me go through and process, and it's just such a network of love.
Yes.
And so I appreciate everybody here, and I feel like I've grown so much in the past 10 years. It's just, or 13 years, and it's amazing to me. So a lot of the classes that I've taken have really fed my soul, and I just feel like I've become a different person, and Ahava's been a huge part of that.
Yes.
So I'm thankful.
Thank you, Kim. Yes. It's from that place. Yes. So we get in touch with that feeling of gratitude and appreciation for this community and for the ways that it has impacted our lives that, may seem we don't always take stock, I said earlier. So I'm just really inviting us this week to take stock of the growth in your life and lean into the appreciation of that, whether it be from a class, a person, a message, an insight, a song. How has this community blessed you? And from that place of love and gratitude and wanting to pay it forward for others, that is the energy that we give. It is the last Sunday of the month, which we also is known as Giving Sunday. And the organization today, I believe our representative isn't here. Is that correct, Jean? Is Dr. Brittany Gentry? I don't see her face. So I'm going to announce it, and then we'll see if maybe she can come and speak. I love, when people can share themselves, it's more powerful. So we'll see if we can still get her in the next couple weeks. But today, this month, we are giving to an organization called Trauma, Education, and Advocacy, and the founder is Dr. Brittany Gentry. So we will look to see if she can share with us more another date. So now we're going to move into our time of conscious giving. We're going to pass the basket in the room, and you can also give online. You can text the word GIVE to 859-209-6996, and let us now repeat together after me. Repeat after me, but we do this together. Divine love as me. Blesses and multiplies all that I have. All that I give. And all that I receive. I joyously contribute to the vision of Ahava. Knowing it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. This one, y'all.
On your feet. You may be in a big city or driving down a country lane. Yeah. Working 2 jobs to make a living. And all you do is complain. You should be thankful for what you got. Oh, you should be thankful of all you got. Waking up in the morning, seeing the sunrise is enough to say I thank you, Lord. Oh, rolling over, seeing my baby's eyes, it's enough to say I thank you, Lord. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Lord. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Lord. Be thankful of what you got. Oh, be thankful of all you got. You live in the valley or the highest hill. Some people say you don't do nothing but take the doctor's pills. You may be in a nursery, in a classroom. You may be driving your big fine car. Airplane's gonna take you far. Laying out in the sun. Oh, just working on the run. Be thankful for what you got. Be thankful for all you got. Thankful, 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 thankful. Thankful, thankful, thankful. Be thankful. Be thankful what you got. Oh, be thankful of all you got.
Woo! Yes! Yes, yes, yes. So, yes. Come on up. I'll do that.
Your shining
Okay. Wonderful. Just the way you are. We celebrate your sacred face. We love you just the way you are. We love you just the way you are. We do.
So, we're going to share our affirmation with you, please. Everyone go! There is enough for everyone. We also have a little song for you. Ready?
Creepy and it's kooky, mysterious and spooky. We're all together rookie because it's Halloween. Halloween.
Halloween.
Halloween. Halloween. Halloween.
Again. It's creepy and it's kooky, mysterious and spooky. It's all together rookie because it's Halloween.
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 Halloween. Halloween. Halloween.
So while Rainbow is reading you all these announcements, because there's enough for everyone, they're going to hand out a piece of candy to everyone.
Ooh,
So you
thank
have a little treat while you're listening to all the announcements.
Yes, thank you. Let's put this here. So, you know, that's something. When the kids hand out the candy, that is a demonstration of enoughness. We don't need to hoard that candy.
That's what we talked about.
Yes, I'd take it. Love it. This is reverse trick-or-treating, where the young ones in costumes hand out the candy. I love it. So we have our potluck after service today. You really think they're going to pay attention to me now, Heather? Come on. So stick around for the potluck, even if you didn't bring something. We know there is more than enough. And we have cake today honoring our new members. Next Sunday, y'all, I want to bring your attention to this workshop, Art as a Spiritual Practice. Yes. Yes. Thank you, thank you. Next Sunday, we have the honor of a guest coming from Chicago. Her name is Reverend Linda Jackson. She calls her Gigi Jackson. Yes, that's right. And she is going to be working with our board and our council to lead us through our visioning and planning for next year. And she, multi-talented, will be offering this workshop to us on Sunday. And she's giving the message next week. So she comes from Cityside Centers for Spiritual Living in Chicago. And this workshop I got to participate in. I shared about some when I was on the retreat out at Asilomar. It's incredible. So she's going to lead you through a guided process of really like looking at what you want to release and let go of, and you're going to put it on paper somehow, paint, whatever, and then you're going to rip it up, and then we're going to put it back together. Similar vibes to your theme of your play, right? How you ripped it up and then you sewed a new dress. It's all a metaphor. Life is a metaphor. So this practice will be all supplies. You're going to leave with a canvas of what you create through this journey of what you want to release and then bring into through collaging and ripping and painting, and something new will be birthed through this intuitive practice. So it's kind of like a expressive arts, spiritual art practice. It's awesome. Sign up in advance. Especially since it does require supplies. Please let us know if you intend to be there so we can have enough for everyone and plan. And do not let finances be in your way. It is a $35 cost. And please let us know if you want to be there and you don't have that. We can reach out to others and we can make a way for you to be there. So next Sunday, be here. Reverend Linda Jackson, super excited. Ongoing events, as you know, are grief support, Way of Mastery study group, meditation and metaphysical discussion on the first Wednesdays of the month, and our Queering Spirituality group is kicking off again with an event on November 9th, now for ages 18 to 40-ish. This is our LGBTQ plus affinity group. So we did that. Now we're moving to our closing. Yay, because my stomach's rumbling. It's time. Practitioners are available to support you in prayer. Today we have Dr. Louise Talon, who is here. If you would like in-person prayer, you can meet over in our cozy little prayer corner. And you can also leave a prayer request in the prayer box that is also there. Or online, and a practitioner will reach out to you. You can also talk to Louise, or you can talk to Patty, who give and offer one-on-one coaching sessions. There are cards over there, and find out more what that is all about. And don't forget to leave your pledge cards in the basket today, or go online and fill that out, or let one of the board members know your commitment to give. Let us now stand. Hey, y'all, we're still getting out here at 11:45. That is amazing. So, something wonderful is happening to me right now. It's this thing called life. Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is in the flow. I accept it. I am it. I share it. Just the way it appears. And just the way it appears not. Thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
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 Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
I want to thank everyone for coming out and for watching online. Welcome to the new members. Remember in Woodstock how they made the rain stop during the show? We need you to do that tonight because the Thriller Parade goes on at 7 o'clock and I'm going to be dancing, so come on out. Let me live in a holy, holy way.
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 Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.